Okay, let's have a look at the answers to these puzzles. First, let's tackle the easy one. White to play and mate in one move. So we need to give checkmate right now. But first, let's check whether black king can move. Our bishop on c4 attacks g8, so black's king can only move along the dark square diagonal to g7. If black's king can only move along a dark square diagonal, which of our pieces is going to give checkmate? That's right, the dark squared bishop on g3. Bishops work well as a pair, and our two bishops have won the game. The black king can't move. None of black's pieces can block check, and black can't take our bishop. It's checkmate! Okay, this puzzle is ranked as medium. It's quite hard, but if you've remembered the medium puzzle from last time, you should be able to work this one out. It's black to move and checkmate in 3 moves. Remember, always look to see if you can give check. Did you spot that our knight on f4 can give check? We can give check on h3 and on e2. But if we move it to h3, white's pawn on g2 can take it. So let's try moving it to e2. White can't take the knight here, so the king has to move into the corner. Can anyone remember the medium puzzle from last time? The knight attacks g1 and g3. So the white king is trapped on the h-file. How can we blast open the h-file? Boom! That should do it. White's king has no choice. It must take the black queen. Great! The h-file is clear. It's time to give checkmate. Can you spot it now? Just like the last time, we gave up our queen but won the game. The rook and knight work together to give checkmate. Finally, the hard puzzle. First, let's see where the black king can move to. Nowhere! Our queen controls the d-file. And do you see our rook, lurking behind our bishop, is on the open d-file too? Let's look for how we can give check. The only checks we have are moving our queen to d7 or d8. But they don't look too good because the black king can just take it. And black's knight defends d7 too. If we did give up our queen on d8, we could then move our bishop out of the way of the rook. The rook would be checking the black king. Have I given you enough clues yet? Okay, let's look at the answer. The black king has to take the white queen. Okay, now the plan was to move our bishop out of the way so that our rook is checking the black king. This check has a special name. Discovered check. But where is the best place to move the bishop? Did you think of this move? Now the bishop and the rook both give check. This is a very powerful kind of discovered check called double check. So why is double check so powerful? Well, do you remember that there are 3 ways of getting out of check? You can take the piece giving check, but if it's double check, you can't take both pieces. Or you can block check, but if it's double check, you can't block both checks. So there's only one option left. You have to move your king. The only way out of double check is to move your king. So black has to move its king. There are 2 choices, c8 and e8, and it doesn't matter which one black chooses because... Well, can you spot the checkmate move? Do the arrows help? and you can see that it wouldn't have mattered if black had decided to move the king back to e8 instead.